Facebook, what is up? Live. To app or not to app? That is the question. And today we are going to talk about, is your idea worthy of a mobile app? Should you spend the time? Should you spend the money to build a mobile app? So here's how it works. If you, right now, put something in the comments, I wonder if I can look at these comments actually. Shoot. Well, anyways, was hoping if I could see a way that the comments come through, then I could tell you if, maybe I can do it here. The comments come through, then I could tell you. Whoops. Okay. So if you put in the comments an idea for a mobile app that you have, I'll tell you if it's a good idea or not. And we'll talk about the pros and cons of everything you have. So how can we do this? So I'll just talk about some ideas, and then if anybody pops on and gives me an idea, then we'll go from there. So first things first, if you have an idea, and like I get a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm not going to tell you my idea, you're going to steal it. Dude, I'm not going to steal your idea. I don't care that much about your idea. Right now, I've got like 7 apps going right now, so I don't even have time to do an idea that would possibly be worthy. The other thing is I always like to focus on your business. So if you're in a particular industry, and I like to specialize in building apps for businesses, helping take businesses to the next level. So I'm not really into, hey, I got an idea that's going to be the next Uber for whatever, delivering whatever people deliver, and all this and that. What I specialize is in what's your business, and is there an app we can build for your business to take to the next level. I don't build mobile apps for games, but I know some people that do. So if you have a game idea, that's fine as well. So ground rules out of the way. If you got an idea, put it in the comments, and then we'll talk about it. So to get you started, let's talk about an idea that somebody floated by me lately, an idea these guys had for an app that was basically to bet on golf so that they could, bet on golf. This guy, the problem that they had is they're golfing with all their buddies. And for those of you that don't golf, when you golf, you play in a group of 4. And then within your group, you can gamble, right? You can play teams of 2 against each other. You can play a game called Wolf. You could play closest to the hole. There's a lot of different games you could actually play with golf. So these guys came up with an idea, and what they were doing is they were not only 4 in their group, but there was like 5 groups playing. So there's like 4 times 5, 20 golfers total. And what they wanted to do was also bet across the groups. So if you were playing bad today, I could start betting against you, and I could press bets, or if I was losing money, I could start betting more money to try to make my money back. So this was their idea for a mobile app, and they had a spreadsheet they were using to do it. So they were, at the end of the round, they'd put all the scores in, and they could figure out who owed what money. But they could only bet within their groups. They couldn't bet across the other groups. So they came to me with this idea, and no way, man. I don't like this idea at all. And I'm a huge golfer. Huge. Not necessarily like gambling when I play golf, but I do sometimes. But this idea was just no good, because let's talk about kind of the big 3. And the big 3 for mobile apps is, if you can determine right now if it's a good idea, to build a mobile app for your business, is 1, will it increase sales and revenue? And then 2, will it reduce manpower? Or 3, will it reduce cost? So if your app does one of those 3, then you should definitely build the app. Assuming the cost, if it costs you $1 million to build an app, and that is only going to generate you $100,000 in leads, then no, you shouldn't. But if you can do that kind of basic math, then you should do it. So this app, it didn't do any of the 3. It didn't reduce manpower, it didn't reduce costs, and it certainly didn't reduce leads. So anybody out there on Facebook Live today got an idea for an app? And I'm going to start doing this show once a week. So if you're watching a replay of this and you want to jump on, I think we'll start doing this show every Tuesday or Thursday. Do it at like 5:30 Pacific time. Jump on. If you don't, if you can't get on live, send me a messenger of just what your app idea is, and then we'll talk. I'll go over it. Another idea that was floated by me recently was for a guy, I think his name is, he goes by ETE, Edward the Encourager. His name might be like, what is his name? Edward Mendez. So this guy called me up. He had an idea for an app, and it was to find the closest Mexican corn like food truck near him, or like cart probably. I don't know what they call that. If anybody knows what that's called, throw it in the comments. But basically his idea was to, kind of just like find the closest food truck. So he could open the app as the consumer and look at it and be like, oh, there's, a guy on the corner over there. And then whoever the guy that was actually selling the corn could like mark his location. So, well, let's do the big three. Reduce costs? No. Reduce manpower? No. Increase leads? For the guy selling the corn? Yeah. It does increase leads. So the only thing is, so we do those three, and then cost benefit analysis, right? Like, how much is it going to cost to build the app? And then can that app make enough money to offset that cost? And in this case, it's a no. It's a no, only because, well, there's a lot of factors going on in this one, right? Like, if you want to be the next Uber, if you got an idea, and people, they come to me all the time and they go, well, I got an idea for the next Uber, whatever the next Uber is, right? Like, had a guy one time for real estate, right? He wanted to have like an agent show up at a house to show a house. That's the next Uber, right? I could see the guy actually driving over, or whatever your idea is. So this is kind of the same idea. And the reason that this one's tricky is because you have two sets of users, right? Uber has riders, and then they have drivers as well. So you actually kind of have to have two apps. One app for, the riders, and one for the drivers. And then you have to have, not only do you have to have two apps, but you have to market to two separate groups of people. So you have a chicken and an egg, right? What if you have a bunch of vendors marking their locations and you don't have anybody looking for the vendors? Or what if you have a bunch of people looking and none of the vendors are putting in, right? So you got this balancing act that's going at all points in time. So that's going to increase the complexity of everything you do, not just from building the app, but from the marketing perspective as well. So in this case, it's not an idea that's sustainable. It's not an idea that's going to make any money. So why bother doing it? Cool. All right, let's talk about a good one. Let's talk about something that'll. Let's say you're a personal trainer. Anybody out there a personal trainer? So let's say you're a personal trainer and you want an app. Excellent idea. You're a nutritionist. Excellent idea. Like, you have clients and you want to get to more clients and you want to spread your knowledge to the world. It's a great idea. So let's say you're a personal trainer. And when we talk about personal trainers, we're talking about increasing leads. Maybe you have a program, maybe you have a certain way that you train people, right? So if you can create a program and put it on the internet and, like movies, whatever they are, that's cool. You could have them on YouTube, you could have a website that makes money, but then you could also have a mobile app. And the reason you should have a mobile app is because people are searching for fitness-related apps in the App Store all the time. In fact, it's a very popular space. So don't think that you can't get involved in it because there's too many people involved in it right now. There's plenty of space in there and there's plenty of room. So it's a great idea if you're in fitness to, let's say, let's keep it simple. Let's say you have like a boot camp. They're very popular these days, these boot camp classes. So let's say you have like a 45-minute daily boot camp. So you could do a number of things, right? Like, you could do, if you are into like personal training, you could make an app that would just allow a communication, you and I could be in my house and maybe I need a few items of equipment, and then you're on the other end and you're like, do 10 burpees, do some I don't know, right? So that would be one way, like an open one-on-one communication channel. But I think more effective would just be to make a video of whatever that daily workout is, or however, you structure through it, and then put that up, and then give me a 30-day program, and maybe it's $50 a month. Maybe it's $5 a month. However much it is, It's basically money while you sleep. So everybody wants the magic acronym is multiple sources of income, right? Multiple sources of income. Everybody wants them. Everybody wants to make money while they sleep. So if you're in the fitness industry, if you're a personal trainer, you should definitely be building a mobile app. 100% you must build a mobile app. If you're in the personal, oh my God, workout, right? So there's some good ideas. All right. Nobody's willing to put up an idea today into the comments. So we're going to start doing this all the time. So if you have an idea for a mobile app, you think it's a good idea, you don't know if it's a good idea, you don't know if you should go down a road, send me a message, jeremycallahan.com. You can leave it in the comments here. Share the stream with other people that if you know anybody that has a mobile app and they need some expertise about where to get started. I am the man. Where is my thing? I am the app man, Jeremy Callahan. Thanks for joining today, and I will talk to you next week. How do we end? Stephen Young. Finish.